Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Story Time here at the Graves Library. It's so wonderful to see all of you. I'm Miss Lyn, and I am looking forward to reading two stories to you today. And one of them is a book of nursery rhymes, not necessarily a story. Some of them may be very familiar to you, and if you would like to join in by doing the hand motions for some of these nursery rhymes, I would love to have you do that. And then we have a book I will read to you, and our craft, which is a fun one. And I look forward to showing that to you in just a minute. All right, so let's get started with our nursery rhymes. And I'm going to show you the book that I found some of my favorite rhymes inside. It's called Row, Row, Row Your Boat and Other Nursery Rhymes. All right, let's see who our publisher is. It looks like the Wilderness Bark Hempstead in Nashville, Tennessee. All right, here we go. So our first one is the Itsy Bitsy Spider. Do you have your hands ready? All right, I'm going to read it. You can start with the hand motions, and then I'll say it again to you, and I'll do the hand motions. Here we go. The itsy bitsy spider climbed up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. The itsy bitsy spider climbed up the spout again. All right, let me show you the pictures. All right, I'm going to put my book down. Here you go. You ready? I'm going to do it with you. Got our fingers ready? The itsy bitsy spider climbed up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun, there my hand, out came the sun, and dried up all the rain, and the itsy bitsy spider climbed up the spout again. Good for you! I think most of you know that one. You've probably been hearing it for quite a while. All right, so this one is called Hickory, Dickory, Dock. The mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck one, the mouse ran down, Hickory, Dickory, Dock. That's great. How about this one? Row, row, row your boat. You want to say it with me? Good. All right, here we go. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. And the book is called Ducktail. The boat, excuse me, is called Ducktail. How cute are those ducks? Look at their faces. They look very happy to be in that boat. How about this one? Some of you I don't know if you'll have a memory of this. This is one that I used to do with my son who was really little, really little. I don't even know if he was walking yet. Pat a cake, baker's man. Bake me a cake as fast as you can. Pat it and prick it and mark it with B and put it in the oven for baby and me. You want to say that one together? Okay. Pat a cake, baker's man. Bake me a cake as fast as you can. Pat it and prick it and mark it with B and put it in the oven for baby and me. I love all these rhymes. They're so fun to say. Oh, here's one of my favorites. It's about a sheep. Do some of you know this one? I see you nodding. Okay, here we go. Ba, ba, black sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, 3 bags full. 1 for the master, 1 for the dame, 1 for the little boy who lives down the lane. Want to say that one again? Okay, let's do it. Ba, ba, black sheep, have you any wool? Yes, sir, 3 bags full. 1 for the master, 1 for the dame, 1 for the little boy who lives down the lane. Thank you, everybody, for participating with me on our nursery rhyme book. And again, I love rhymes, and especially rhymes that I've heard for a long time. They're so familiar and so much fun to do when we can do some hand motions or just listen to each of us being in rhythm together when we say all those words. So thank you. All right, so our story today is one that I have loved for a very long time, and it's about a chicken named Minerva Louise. I know. Have some of you heard this story? I imagine you have. There are several books about Minerva Louise, and this one happens to be Minerva Louise and the Red Truck. It was written and illustrated by Janet Morgan Stoeke, and I'll give you the publisher right now, Dutton Children's Books of New York. So what we have on Minerva Louise is our front cover, where we see her sitting in a truck, a red truck, and lots of green, maybe pastures, because here's a fence. Maybe she's on a farm. I think she is too. And then we have our back cover. It's not a wraparound cover this time, but it has a single picture of Minerva Louise sitting in a tire. Sometimes these illustrations will give us clues as to what will happen in the story. So I'm looking forward to seeing what's happening to Minerva Louise and why she's sitting in that big tire. All right, here's our front flap, where it tells us a little bit about the story. And this flap says, Minerva Louise is off on another adventure, this time on wheels. With the wind in her feathers, this intrepid bird brain goes on a joyride in the back of the farm's red truck. This should be interesting. And here's our back flap, which tells us a little bit about the author and illustrator. And that was, again, Janet Morgan Stoeke. All right, let's see. There's our title page. There she is. She is looking at that red truck. We have our dedication page, where the author illustrator has dedicated this story to someone she really cares about and wants to honor them for the help that they did in this book. And this one says, For Barrett, with love. Okay, is everyone comfortable and cozy and in a really good seat and ready to listen to a good story? Good, I am too. Here we go. Minerva Louise loved the red truck. It was one of her favorite places to play. What's in here today, she wondered. Oh, dress-up clothes. What fun! A silly chicken. She's found a red bandana and thinks it would look just beautiful on her. Something fun to dress up in. Oh, and a big box full of toys. What is that? You're right, it's a toolbox full of hammers and saws and tape. Minerva Louise doesn't know that. Remember, she's a chicken. But to her, it looks like something fun filled with toys. Oh, look, a table and chairs. Oh, Minerva Louise was so happy. Look at that face. I think she's hilarious. She's sitting on a pot that you would plant a plant in. And she thinks it's a table and chairs. But right in the middle of her tea party, she felt a bump and a jiggle. She heard a vroom, and then she saw the fence moving away. What's happening? Look who's here. And look what's happening. The farmer is taking the truck out and going somewhere and doesn't realize what. Exactly. Minerva Louise is in the back. She was having a tea party. Her table, her tablecloth, her chairs, all of her tools she was putting out for company. Look at her face. That says it all, doesn't it? Uh-oh. This is not supposed to be happening. Minerva Louise was so excited, she was going for a ride. As they zoomed along, she saw all kinds of things. A beautiful lake. Is that a lake? No, it's a backyard swimming pool. She's never seen one before. Ooh, farmers hard at work in the fields. They're golfing. And a silly barn wearing a hat. Who can tell me what that building is? Yes, it's a church. Again, Minerva Louise doesn't know. She's not left the farm. They came up over the hill, and Minerva Louise saw a big field. It was full of trucks. Wow, a truck farm. They are all having so much fun here. Look at all those excavators. Look at the little baby trucks playing in the sand, and the big trucks are showing off how strong they are. There's a truck with a slide. Minerva Louise thinks, I love to slide. Oh, there's even a swing. Oh, what a wonderful place. No, that's not a swing. You're right, it's a crane. She's having so much fun. Ah, almost as wonderful as home. Minerva Louise loved seeing the new trucks, but her favorite was still her own near and dear red truck. Oh, wow! Except maybe that truck. I want to ride on that truck next. I wonder what the firefighters would say if they saw Minerva Louise riding on their red truck. They would be surprised. You're right. They would be surprised. There's our story, Minerva Louise and the Red Truck. And again, we have many other copies of different Minerva Louise adventures here at the Graves Library, or you can check out maybe at your school library. I know some friends of mine are in Mrs. Bea's class and have that opportunity to go into the library, and she might be able to help you find Minerva Louise on the shelves. All right, so our craft for today, can anybody guess? Well, a red truck, maybe. What else? Minerva? I heard that. Whoever said that, you're right, here she is. Isn't she funny? There we go. Minerva Louise. So in your pack on the porch, I have given you one paper plate, one yellow beak, and this red handprint that just gets glued onto the paper plate, as does the beak. Hopefully you have a marker or a crayon. I used black, that you can make a Minerva Louise face. It doesn't have to look like mine. It doesn't have to look like Minerva Louise and her story. It can be your creation of however you would like to create a happy chicken face. On the back, it's blank and empty, and you are welcome to put your name, like we've been doing each week, and be able to hang it on your refrigerator for a super craft, or you can certainly have fun playing puppets and talking to Minerva Louise, or having her talk to some of your lovies that you might have. So again, here is your craft for the week. I'll pull back on it, and I hope you have fun gluing and drawing and maybe listening to another Minerva Louise story. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you again next time. And until then, please take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.